Duke and Will going on a little walk. Good evening from South Carolina. Y'all, I just had to quickly hop on here and show you guys this makes my dog mom heart so happy. So anybody who hasn't met him yet, meet Duke. Duke is the newest member of our pack. Duke came to us not quite 3 weeks ago. He is a 1-year-old Husky Shepherd mix, and took him about a week and a half to decompress, which is actually super fast. And it's taken him this 2.5 weeks to actually start playing with Miss Hattie, which again, it's actually a little bit quicker than I thought. When we first brought Duke home, I was a little surprised that Hattie, they did really well when we met, and they did really well in the car. And then, come on guys, let's go back home. And then Hattie decided that he was public enemy number 1, and decided to try to take him out, and has not been the friendliest towards him ever since. But today they've been playing, and they've been playing hard, and they've been doing really well. Hey y'all, welcome back to South Carolina. So it is a pack walk day. This is our second pack walk of the day. For the most part, Hattie has either been hanging directly with Duke or kind of hanging back a little, which I'm loving to see, because it means that she's kind of letting him take a little bit more of a leadership role, which is fantastic for this pack and fantastic for her mental well-being. I really feel like, with her being able to let somebody else kind of take over the role, that it's a lot better for her. She doesn't feel like she has to control the situation as often. And they play really hard, which is fantastic, because that wears them both out instead of wearing me out so much. So, it's pretty good. And I will say that this is not the only members of the pack that we have. I don't know where they went. They're back there somewhere. The 2 little orange boys came with us as well. They must have run off into the woods. They will join us shortly when we go back that way. It's about 6:30 in the evening-ish, somewhere around there. And we are taking our little walk. Here they are. It's Toby, and there's Will. They're just coming along with us up for the walk. They stick pretty close. Come on, guys. Hi, y'all. Welcome back to South Carolina. So I just wanted to hop on here. We're doing a little pack walk today. Just a brief one. I'm not feeling so great, and the weather's kind of yucky. It's just kind of a gray, yucky day. It was raining all day yesterday and part of the day today, but I just wanted to hop on here and show you how good Duke is doing. And if you'll watch just a few seconds, if I can get them to all walk in the same direction. Hang on one second, so that we can see if we can move forward here. So if you'll notice, Duke is out in the lead. Duke is very busy trying to find things. He's actually looking for his cats, who are off in the woods. They were walking with us, but now they're off in the woods. But if you will notice him, he's running around looking for things, doing things. For the most part, he's out in the lead, though. Come on, Duke, no holes. Come on. He takes the lead on the walk. And then there's little Miss Hattie. She's lagging a little bit behind. She's not far behind him. But to me, the trainer in me, the trainer mind that I have, she is letting him take the lead, letting him establish himself as a leader, as goofy as he is, and as silly as he is, and as much as he thinks he's a cat and wants to play with the cats. She is still letting him establish himself as the leader of our pack, which is fantastic. She no longer feels like she needs to be the leader of the pack, because Jenny and our old boy Major were very, very much not the leaders of the pack. Before Hattie came along, we had Lena. Lena was most definitely the leader of the pack. She was a smooth coat prick ear border collie mix, and just she ruled the roost. And when Hattie came along, Hattie was in the bottom of the pack. When we lost Lena, Hattie decided that she needed to take over Lena's role, and has ever since then kind of been head honcho. But as you can see, she is quite happy to let Duke walk ahead of her. Sometimes they walk side by side. They're about neck and neck at this point, but for the most part, she's usually letting him be at least a couple of steps ahead. Just thought I'd share that with you guys, because it makes me very happy to see that. She has a little bit of anxiety surrounding a lot of things, noises especially. And so for her to have a leader besides myself, a leader in their pack, to kind of help her so that she doesn't have to be so anxious about things, it just makes me happy. All right, y'all. Welcome to another beautiful sunny day in South Carolina. Wanted to give you guys a quick update on what I've been doing the last couple of days. I've actually been sick. I've got a little bit of a head chest cold. I actually didn't wind up going to work today because I feel pretty crummy, but I wanted to get out in the sun and get some things done that needed to get done and get some vitamin D. I finally started my seeds today. And look, guys, if you guys remember my videos from last year where I forgot to label my seeds, they're labeled this year. And this is one of those domed seed trays. So there's a tray underneath that holds water so the water doesn't drip all over the floor. And then there's also a dome that goes over top that's clear that helps hold in the sun or the heat from the sun. That will create like a little mini greenhouse effect so that I can actually leave them outside more and have them still grow. This is, I'm going to turn this around again. This is kind of what I've been working with. Like I've got this dog cage that's been set up, and I had my tray sitting there on top, and I sat down, and like I said, I haven't been feeling well, so it was just easier for me to do it that way. And I've separated all my seeds out by varieties and everything. I still have all of these to do. This is all my herbs and my sunflowers, and I wanted to do those in separate trays, and the sunflowers I'm going to do in individual pots, so that they can stay in those a little bit longer before I put them in the ground. They can get deeper roots, get a little bit stronger before I have to transplant them out. But while we're here, guys, this is our barn, and I carved out a little bit of space here. Now, at night, I think, probably at night, I'm going to move that seed tray in and put it on this top shelf. And then these are all inside because, y'all, this morning it was actually in the 30s. So the barn is not climate controlled at all. It's not insulated. There's no heat. There's no AC. There's no nothing. But I feel like it stays a little bit more temperate in here than it does outside when it's cold sometimes. So it just depends. If it's like in the 30s for a day or a couple of days, or doesn't get out of the 50s during the afternoon, then it stays colder in here. But it's actually very, very comfortable in here right now. I'm pretty warm. But y'all, my friend loves watermelon, so I was able to get watermelon for her, and it turned into 7 plants. And then I love squash, so I got 4 of the yellow crookneck squash. I got 3 out of the zucchini. I also love cucumber. I wound up getting 3 out of the cucumber plants. That should be plenty, assuming all 3 survive. That should be plenty. Of course, I always grow marigolds with everything. These are all banana peppers, which I absolutely love, and I hope that all of these do well, because I really, really want to
I want to jar some banana peppers this year if I can, just because I really love like pepperoncinis, like fermented, not necessarily fermented, but pickled banana peppers. Absolutely love. So I've got those. And then I've got 3 different varieties of tomatoes here. Of course, you saw on the seed tray, I planted about 5 more different varieties of tomatoes. But I've got Super Sweet 100s, which is one of my favorites. Husky Cherry Red, which is another one of my favorites. That's another mini. And then I've got back there, I've got a German Johnson, which I've never grown before. So I'm excited to see how that one does. I did buy myself a new lavender plant because my last 2 lavenders did not make it. I'm hoping that this one will do well. And then I went ahead and bought some sweet basil just in case my seeds don't do well. And actually, I don't think I have. Let's take a look over here. I don't think I have sweet basil. I have a couple of different basils, but I don't think sweet is one of them. I have purple basil, I have holy basil, and I have lemon basil. So I didn't even have sweet basil seeds. So I'm glad that I went ahead and bought the sweet basil. And then I'm going to plant those. I've got parsley. I've got cilantro, which I bought some cilantro, but I'm probably going to go ahead and plant more because I love cilantro. I have catnip seeds, but I have plenty of catnip, and it reseeds itself. And I've got like 5 different containers that all have catnip in them. And I'm going to have to actually take it out of some of those because I've got too much. In the summertime, when it takes off, it's too much. I am going to go ahead and grow some sage this year. I've got lovage and I've got dill. Those are all going to be in containers. So especially the dill, and I am probably, let me get in here so it's not quite so bright. I think what I'm probably going to do, I looked at the mint at Tractor Supply the other day and decided against buying mint just because I thought that I had seeds, and it turns out I don't. I have the catnip seeds, but I don't have mint. I would like to get some lemon balm. I would like to get some I'd really like to try to find some chocolate mint, some spearmint, some peppermint. I would love to have a variety of different mints. In the summertime, they're really good in salads. They're really good with tea. They're really good in tea. The reason that I'm growing a bunch of different varieties of basil is because Jess at Roots and Refuge has recipes for making basil tea, and I actually did make basil tea last summer, and it is so yummy, and it's a great caffeine-free alternative to a really refreshing drink. And you can add a little bit of lemon. I of course add honey, and now I have a local honey, a place where I can buy local honey. And so I added honey, and you can do lemon balm, you can do lemon basil, you can do all kinds of different things in your basil tea. And yeah, it's yummy. It's, like I said, caffeine free, really nice, refreshing thing that you can drink in the afternoon, and it won't keep you up all night. So there's my quick little garden update. Just a really, really quick one. I'll update you soon on a few more things. This video is kind of going to be all over the place. The beginning of this video was a couple of days ago. More than likely, the end of this video might be a couple of days from now as well. I'll update you on the birds a little bit. I did actually set quail eggs yesterday. We've had a couple of quail losses recently. I had one that flew the coop, literally flew the coop, and went over into my friend's yard, never to be seen again. And I had one fly the coop that actually wound up getting eaten by Duke. But y'all, I'll tell you something. If I'm gonna have a dog that's gonna kill my birds, I'd rather, it sounds stupid, but I'd rather he eat them than just kill them for sport. And the other thing, I might have mentioned it earlier in the video, but if not, Duke is signed up for some obedience classes. We start April 14th, which is my sister's birthday. So we are going to be going through the first stage of obedience class. I'm sure that's probably going to be mostly puppies and he's a year old, but that's okay because he's a big puppy himself. And we'll go through that 6 weeks, and then we'll talk about where to go from there as far as getting him certified as a therapy dog, getting him trained for all kinds of things. We've got all kinds of things in plans for him: agility, dock diving, all the fun things. So y'all, thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you hanging around. I know my videos are sporadic, and I'll do my best to try to upload more frequently now that I can be outside more and have more things to show you. So I hope y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining me. Bye.